You're watching EVH and Gear TV, brought to you by Stewart Travel Guitars. See the incredible stowaway travel guitar at stewartguitars.com. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com. Here's your host from Ontario, Canada, EVH artist Eric Broadbent.
Hey everyone, Eric here from the EVH and Gear TV Network. I'm back with my buddy again, Jim Reed, CEO of Stewart Guitar Company. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Awesome. I'm really happy to have you back. We've been planning on sitting down. I know you and I have been talking off the air a few times, but we've been planning on getting you back on here and kind of getting a catch up and see how things are going with the guitar company. And there's been a lot of buzz, man. And we both got them right now.
We do. Yeah,
I can't tell.
exactly.
Is that red or orange that you got there?
This is my I call it Ferrari red, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's nice, and I've carried this one quite a bit. This probably has 100,000 miles on it, actually.
Really? Yeah, a lot of air miles, right?
That's right. Correct. Yeah.
That's nice.
So,
Perloid pickguard on that one?
It is. Yeah, it is. And I actually have the logo and the pickups. Like the new vintage kind of things are kind of cool to have maybe different pickup configurations there. So this is actually matching here. So
okay.
I like it. It's kind of cool. Yeah.
You got it plugged in?
I do actually, yeah. Can you hear it? Yeah.
Oh, that sounds
here
beautiful.
You go.
Nice.
Yeah, so we'll try something kind of maybe clean first to give you an idea, kind of that Stratish sound, you know? So, you know, it has that kind of great sound, you know, the Van Halen things, of course, you know. So yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I dig it.
Yeah.
And I know the people that are going to be watching this video, they're not going to get a full appreciation of the sound because we're kind of capturing through the internet. But it's even through like a mono feed I'm getting right now, it sounds really cool. It's some warmth to it. I really enjoyed it too when you're playing the clean there. It had some real spank, obviously like a Stratocaster style S type guitar. Really nice. When you were playing clean, where were you playing at? Was it like the second position possibly?
Yeah, I was in the second position.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. Exactly. So it kind of gave that little cleanness sound that, you know, like people like to have, depending on what you're playing. You
right.
You have that clean sound. You know, you want that, you know, that.
Yeah, romantics.
You know, that kind of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's awesome, man. That's really cool. It's good to have you play too, because I know a couple times we were trying to get you to play on here. We just couldn't get the levels and we couldn't get the interface working. But I'm glad to have you play as well. So it's cool, man. And I love that color
great.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. So I've been seeing some really good things on social media lately too, especially for you guys. I've seen the Facebook group grow astronomically, and I'm seeing another thing that's quite cool. Proud Stewart stowaway owners from around the world, and I've even seen a couple pictures that they're sharing. One guy had like a little mini studio set up in his hotel room or whatever it was. You're getting a lot of those. That's pretty cool.
It is cool, and there's a lot of people that, you know, there's a little bit of a users group that is kind of starting to be seen, and I may, if I have time, we might be able to even talk to some of those people are saying about the guitar, you know.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Things that, yeah. Well, so we'll talk about that later, but yes, it has been really exciting that the Facebook page has grown quite a bit. A lot more people are getting involved. We have professionals that are out touring with the instrument, you know, regularly, have hundreds of gigs under their belt with it. That's really cool. Playing big venues, smaller venues, and it's just easy to be able to take wherever they go. Also, there's pilots, there's people who are business people like myself that like to play, and then there's other pros. In fact, in Nashville, the Sony studios in Nashville, they're actually using these to record exclusively for one of the producers there, which is amazing.
Now, this is Doc
Holiday.
Doc Holiday, right?
Holiday.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's really neat. There's some other folks in New York, a studio musician guy that's been touring for a long time and still plays a lot, and he has one in his hands he's going to be doing some things with. So a lot of cool things that are going on, and the visibility of the instrument is really starting to be known more. as we kind of move. We're about a year into it now. October is kind of when it launched. So, and it's been great being connected with you folks, because there's a lot of the EVH Gear folks that are plugged in and using them.
And some of these people would be never owners of guitars that you would think like this. They want the whammy bars, they want this, they want that. And it wouldn't be this one that they would normally gravitate to. And now I'm seeing a lot of players, some mutual friends of ours even, that are kind of putting some of those guitars down with the whammy bars, the Floyd Roses and stuff like that, and jamming on these things more so than some of the other guitars. Not that they would ever replace other guitars, because every guitar has its own, specialty, right? But it's
Absolutely.
nice to see all these people playing them, and also like being champions to really say, look, you got to try this thing.
Yeah, absolutely right. I think when I was on the very first time, when you got the first guitar that you have there and you did the demo, and there were some people that would come on there and do that. Hey, it's metal on metal, so the tone can't be good, or this, that, and the other thing. And there was a lot of different rhetoric, and I was having to kind of combat that as best I could. I mean, obviously, I knew it was a great instrument. You had, at that time, just got yours and had done some demos on it. Hadn't had those out there yet. But what's interesting now, I mean, very good point that you make, is that now all I say to people is I say, look, don't listen to me. I mean, obviously, I have had one and I love it, and I own the company, so I'm a champion of it. But talk to the users out there. Those folks are the folks to talk to. And I have to honestly say, Eric, that I have not heard anybody say anything negative on the guitar for probably the last 6 months.
I won't travel with this guitar too much. I probably won't, but I'm going to play this guitar all the time. So it doesn't have to be just a travel guitar. I like it because I don't even want to take the neck off. I know taking the neck off is easy. Put it in the bag, throw it on there, get on the plane or get on the bus or whatever it's going to be. I just want to play this guitar, and I take it around the house. So maybe I travel around the house. It's a living room guitar. It's a studio guitar. It's a kitchen guitar. It's so small, easy to move around. So even if you're not going to travel with it, it's still a fun playing guitar. But for those of you that want to have a travel guitar, play a real instrument, and you will play it. Not something that's going to have a novelty wearing off in 2 minutes once you get to the hotel room. This is it.
Yeah, exactly. And that was the point, of course, is to have something that you can do that with. And, having you say that is a great thing, too, because you've owned a lot of very, very high-end guitars. And the fact that you don't feel like you're losing a whole lot when you're playing this guitar is something that is a remarkable thing. And that's where I think that this came in that we wanted to have something that was a guitar that, people could actually transition to, get their chops in, use it, even gig with it if you want to. And then when they play their other guitars as well, it's no big deal. And in fact, some of the pros that are out there that are playing it, the one guy in particular that I talk to quite often, Daryl, he actually plays this and then he plays other guitars. So he switches back and forth. And it's just part of his arsenal that he has. And I think anyone that, travels at all should have one of these in their arsenal. That's the idea. And I think that's, you're talking about people and it maybe initially being kind of novelty and people being a little afraid of it. But as they see now that it's actually a guitar that you can utilize as a tool within your arsenal, people are much more susceptible in doing something like that. And I think that they've embraced it. So we look forward to seeing more of that.
I know, that's great. I like to see it as well too. I don't have Facebook and things like that open too much. I'd like to have it open more, obviously, for promotion and things like that. But being that I work from home, I find I get distracted very easy if I have Facebook open. But I love it when I do open it up, and all of a sudden my timeline's filled up with more happy customers, and it's like, that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see it, getting the recognition that it deserves. And it is a slow pace. You're a new company owner. It's a new brand. It's slow getting it out there, and it's probably now, as we're entering like the final bit of 2018, it's got to be kind of a nice kind of catch your breath moment a little bit, and like, okay, I know we still got a lot of way to go. Obviously it's a brand new company, long way to go, but it's got to feel a little. You got to kind of enjoy that a little bit while you can, right?
I do, and I think that we've come a long way. No one really knew about us, and now things are starting to happen. I have a lot more followers, as you talked about, a lot more people who I've talked to recently who are using it as travel, but they're also using it as an instrument as their main guitar, one of their main guitars, which is fantastic. Yeah, they like it for the merits of the actual tone and the playing ability of the guitar and everything else, and the balance. And there's a lot of cool things about it. One other thing too to note, about some of the other instruments that may or may not be something that you can deal with is the actual overall tone of the guitar in the intonation, tunability, and all those sort of things, because those are game changers. If you can't have a guitar that stays in tune, or the intonation is real bad up here versus when it's played open strings and all of that, that's a problem. And this one I've even done some demos that you can look on my site if you have a chance that show that, you know, at the 12th fret and open, it's right on, and it stays really wide. So I think you said some things about that too. You might have some comments on that.
Yeah, I found it right away as well too, because yeah, like, I mean, intonation, that's one thing I don't like to adjust. I mean, it's one thing I can set my guitar up nice, get a nice action, but it's even, I will sometimes even live with somewhat bad intonation, and I'll compensate somewhat because I just don't want to mess with it. And I've honestly found that taking, like here again too, I don't take the neck off a lot, but I'll do it sometimes when I'm showing friends and things like that, just because the only reason why I don't take it off, because I'm not flying on a plane like you are every week. So if I was, I would be doing it, but I keep it on. But I take it off here and there when I got some buddies over. I want to say, look at this. This is pretty cool. Can your guitar do this? Click, click, take the neck off. And then I'm thinking, okay, oh man, am I going to be in tune, whatever? And I you know, play my chords. And I mean, that's pretty darn good. And, you know, that's pretty awesome. You can't even say that when you have a regular bolt-on or a set neck guitar in a lot of cases. I told you as well here, too, in Canada, too, with our weather here, we're going from, some days we have like some freezing below zero temperatures right now. It's going to get even worse. And then it's above zero, quite a bit above zero. And it's like anywhere in between. You can almost be T-shirt weather one day and a parka the next. But the guitar doesn't necessarily fight it as much as some of these other guitars out there. So that's a good sign as well, too.
Yeah, and I've heard that actually from some people that are touring and other people as well. So it's a good thing, and a lot of great, you know, comments. And as I say, we can maybe get to some of these if we have time.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go if you got some. Let's share some right now.
Yeah, I have one. I mean, this guy here is a pilot. He says, I've been traveling and looking for a quality travel guitar for years. I was always disappointed until I got my Stowaway. The quality, playability, and tone are impressive. It's just as good as any other popular name brand guitar I own. Looks great. Fits easily into my carry-on luggage without taking up too much room. Customer service is exceptional. And he talks about me here. Jim made sure he was happy with the product, and I've never had that happen with any other product that I've ordered online before. So he said he'd highly recommend it for anybody in the market for a quality travel guitar. So, you know, that's a nice gesture and saying something about that, you know, it must be pretty good. This other guy here said the search for a real travel guitar is over. This guitar is gig worthy. The neck is full size and well made. Body is a little smaller than a Stratocaster, but very easy to adjust to. Assembly and disassembly is a snap. Electronics are high quality, and sustained resonance of the guitar are very good as any other one that I own, and I own many. The guitar is a perfect for airline travel and other travel, and as long as my gigs that I have at home. I've owned several travel guitars, and he names them. I won't say who they are, and he says I sold each of the previous travel guitars because they are shaped and feel like toy guitars, kind of like you were talking about. None of them sounded like the Stewart. So, you know, I have dozens of these.
That's fantastic. You know, you hit on something that I never really thought about before. The one gentleman there said that, you know, it's a little smaller than, like, you know, an S-type guitar, a Strat-style guitar. And you don't really notice that when you're playing it, but here's what I do notice. Okay, so just talking to you right now, I've got the guitar up against my chest, and that's one thing I've always liked about Strats, for that the comfort zone in the ribs. We all like that with the belly cut, whatever, that kind of thing. But you don't when you look at the guitar, you don't necessarily feel like it's a smaller Strat style guitar, but when you feel it against your body, you're playing, and there's just an extra little bit of comfort, and I think that is because of just a slightly smaller footprint of the guitar. Yeah.
You know, it feels very comfortable to me too, as well. Same thing, and I think it goes with the balance and then just the contour of it. But yet, it's not. You know, it doesn't have like tuners sticking out here, or it doesn't have a really small body where your hand doesn't feel like you have the right places to rest, or if you're doing hybrid picking or whatever.
Yeah, you feel like you might break it or something.
Yeah, you know, so it's just weird if the right hand can't be in the right positions. That's a big deal. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. Some of it too, I wanted it to be not exactly like a Strat, you know, S-type guitar as you were talking about. So. But yeah, it's a good point. No, like I said, with the balance, you know, you were talking about. I mean, it's just so nice and balanced.
I know, that's the thing with the headstock. You know, sometimes like I've played, you know, Steinberger guitars and other headless guitars over my years, but it's been a very long time since I have. So when you're playing any kind of guitar, you know, with a headstock, you know, and then you switch to a headless guitar, it's a bit of a learning curve, and sometimes you almost feel like you're going to fall off the neck. Once you get past that little, you know, because you got no safety net there, right? But I love it because I'm sitting on a stool right now. I got rid of the office chair to talk to you tonight. I'm sitting on a stool. I'm very comfortable. The guitar doesn't want to go either way. As a matter of fact, you know what's funny? It's like I'm just rocking it right now. It's completely balanced. Just feels nice in the hand, feels nice in the body, and comfort. It's total comfort, and there's no intimidation factor after probably the first day or two playing without a headstock. I know it sounds silly, but trust me, when you get one of these guitars, you'll be like, "Where's the headstock?" But probably the next day you won't miss it.
That's true. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great balance. I love it to death. I really do. I'll show you here. I've got I'll plug in my wireless here, and I've been working on a really, because it's so convenient for me to play, a little smaller, my tight footprint, like I've told you about that before. I'm in a much smaller area than what a lot of people see on the camera. So everything is important to me for size. So I've got the headless guitar here, obviously, and I'm going to plug in my wireless, which lets me not have the cords and trip. I can sometimes even trip over my cords in this little room, and I'll show you what my sound sounds like. So there you go.
Outstanding. That is wonderful. I love to see that kind of playing, and so neat to be able to show, that type of guitar playing on the guitar just like this, because it does show the dexterity that the instrument has.
It can do it. I love it.
Yeah.
It's just fun. Like, I mean, I know I'm trying not to be like fanboy with the guitar here, and I'm trying to keep the grins to like, realistic here, but it is fun. It's just a fun guitar to play, and it's going to be that guitar, like whether you're traveling or not, and probably more people are going to be traveling than me, but you're going to take it around the house with you. You're going to take it upstairs with you. You're going to take wherever you're at. I find it's a guitar that follows me around the house a lot. If the boy wants me to watch some kids cartoons with him out there, I'm out there on the couch, and he gets frustrated sometimes. I'm out there, noodling on the couch with the guitar. But it's just nice and convenient.
It is, yeah, it is. I do the same thing. I have mine in my bedroom a lot of times, and I'll be doing things, and I can be pulling it out, and it's not so big. So, even if you're in with Mama, I can not be interfering.
I know, exactly. Yep. You feel like you can kind of sneak it under the radar a little bit, and the better half's not going to be too upset with you. Bring out a little smaller guitar. I am really excited, though. This has been, I hate to put the 2019 number before us, but we're getting closer to it. But looking back, I'm really happy that we crossed paths in our journeys here. It's been really nice working with you in 2018, and I'm looking forward to what 2019 holds for both of us. Like as earlier we talked about the growth for you with Facebook and social media. It's going really, really good, and I'm really excited about it. And myself too. I haven't had a chance to really kind of absorb this yet, but things have been really picking up here as well too on the channel. I've launched 3 new programs this year, You know, like obviously the EVH thing has been going really, really well for a couple of years, 2.5 years. I think I'm going on my 3rd year in January, I think. But I launched the Helix Hour several months back. I launched Kramer Corner, and then now I've launched a show on The Walking Dead, which is called Rocking Dead, and it's been pretty popular. And I think probably by the time this video airs, because we're gonna launch this video on a different time here, I'll have hit the 10,000 subscriber thing, and that's pretty cool. And even my boy's like, Dad, that's pretty awesome. And Sandra Lee here, who's known as Nocturnal Butterfly on the Internet, she's pretty excited about it too. So I'm trying to keep my composure with that, because that's kind of cool.
That is very cool, and it has been cool to see the growth. And I've been really happy to have joined forces with you to kind of launch this. And I appreciate your efforts as well. And I think that you know, we'll do some things in the future as well. And as we go into 2019, you know, it is getting to be in that Christmas season. You know, after Thanksgiving. It's right around the corner, and people are going to be loving all that sort of thing. So, yeah, so I do appreciate being locked in, and we continue to work with you, and we will in the future as well. We look forward to that.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And speaking of which, Thanksgiving, that's this week. We had ours already. So happy Thanksgiving to our American friends. And this is something I want to say to you as well, too. This was, I mean, you're a class act. You've been very kind to me. You've been kind to the channel. You're a good friend. We talk about ideas a lot, sometimes not even music. But you've been by a few times, and a couple of times that you were by, it was really very, very admirable and very nice of you to offer like coupon codes to our viewers. And sometimes people do that on different programs, and I think that really works. Sometimes it's that thing to maybe make people, they're sitting on the fence, like, I want to get this thing. Okay, now I got 50. You gave us $50 off, and a couple times, and I really, really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, that's good. You know what? I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna set my guitar down here maybe a little bit. I'll just talk to everybody. And I do appreciate everybody's, you know, support, and there has been a lot of folks that have got the guitars, and I appreciate that. But, you know, it is the holiday season, and I really would like to be, you know, somewhat of an enabler of those of you who have looked at the guitar. You'd like to have it, but, you know, I realize that, you know, sometimes may not be room for another guitar and all that kind of thing. So I'm going to do something in the spirit of the Christmas time that's coming right around the corner, and do something kind of crazy. Okay. You know, the heck with it. Let's just do it. We're going to take $125 off a guitar. But the way I want to do it is let's launch this, and we're going to have just a 24-hour period, and that's going to be it. But if you get in that 24-hour period with the code that we'll give you, we're going to give $125 off on a stowaway.
That's fantastic. So what's average reach? So let's say we want to go out of bass guitar. So if someone comes in and they will say, you know what, I've only got a budget of this. I want your bass guitar. What roughly are they looking at before that discount?
Yeah, it was $679.
Okay.
So if you take $125 off of that, you know, you're talking like, you know, what would that be, $550 or something like that?
Somewhere in that neighborhood. Yeah, my math. Yeah. Without a calculator, I have to apologize. But so now, could they use that if they want to say, okay, well, I want a humbucker, I want the fancy pickguard, that $125 goes across everything?
Absolutely. That will actually be deducted. So whatever model that you want to, you know, generate for yourself, or, you know, custom design, whether it be one humbucker, two humbuckers, whether it be pearl pickguard, standard setup, whatever. At the end, when you go to the end, you can use that code, and $125 will come off.
Oh, man. Thank you so very, very much. That is really awesome. So EVH and Gear TV fans, there you go. That's an exclusive. Thanks to Jim from Stewart Guitar Company. That's fantastic. Now, here's what I think maybe we should do then. If you're saying you want to do it for 24 hours, Friday, November 23rd, from 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until Saturday, November 24th, at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that coupon code will work. Now, what code do they have to enter to get that?
They will get the code. The code will be actually EVH24.
Oh, would you look at that? I love it. I'll see if I can see it on a small screen. I might not be. No, I can't. I'll keep it on your screen for a moment. That's wicked. Thank you so much. I'm flattered too. The logo and everything. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. And has some Christmas holiday cheer on there as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, absolutely. And that's what we wanted to do. And we thought that would allow people to be able to get the instrument. So, and we'll be doing some other cool things with you too, as you know.
Okay. EVH, the number 24. So that is 24 hours from this Friday, at the time of this video launching, until the Saturday. So November 23rd to the 24th for 12 hours, or I'm sorry, 24-hour window. It's 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when the coupon code is active. But I think that should give you, even though it's a holiday weekend, I think that should give people more than enough time. And You've seen me play it here on the show a lot. You've seen Jim play it when he's been on the show. And I certainly, that's one thing I will be 100% honest about. People, they don't see a lot of reviews on my channel. Like I have very, very few reviews on products unless I believe in them 100%. And I am not a hypocrite. I would never steer you wrong. And I would never say something, I believe in something, if I didn't. I'd much rather pass on it. And that does happen. I have people contact me. I'm not saying by the dozens. I'm not going to lie and hype anything like that. But I get people contact me and say, would you review this product? And if I'll look at it, and if it's something that I've seen other reviews on and I think I may totally dislike it, I will graciously thank them and pass, because I won't review a product that I cannot put my heart and soul into.
And I appreciate that. And I think that says a lot. And then, you know, we were talking about that before with the reviews and some of the people that are looking at the product. And I think that's the thing that really gives the wow factor to the instrument, is that people are embracing it and how much they really appreciate the instrument.
Yeah.
You know, it's a genuine like of the instruments.
Agreed.
You know, another thing too is that people who are gigging, and I'll talk to this. I mean, if you take like a line 6 Stomp and a Stewart,
yeah.
I mean, you literally could be in a Coliseum, or you could be, yeah.
I got exactly. Right there. It's tiny. It fits right in that backpack.
Yeah, yeah. You could be in a Coliseum, or you could be in your local club where there's 100 people there or 50 people there, and it wouldn't matter. Your tone would be exactly the same. It's like, where's my drop for the PA?
Yeah,
and you are good to go.
Can you imagine one cable, a little box, and a guitar, all in one little, like almost basically the size of a pizza box? Can you grab? Because I don't have my case; it's in the other room. I'm gonna switch to your screen. Can you show this the bag real quick?
Yeah, this is the bag. So you can see here, that's the size of the bag. And actually, there's plenty of room in here. You could put a full-size notebook in here.
Yeah.
A Helix you could put in here, Stomp easily, and even a couple pedals and chords and everything else if you need any. And of course, the guitar fits in there very easily. As you can see, they're collapsed up there. But yeah, it's very, very small and very easy. It has it is a true backpack. These straps are off of this one, but the straps actually come out so you can carry it with you.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah. And it's very comfortable and easy to carry anywhere. There's many times that I've gone on trips where I have business stuff that I'm doing with the company, and I have my notebook in here, I have my guitar, I have a couple effects and some stuff that I need, and my computer and everything in here. So I just this is it. I have this.
Yeah.
And the other option too is that it'll also fit in a standard carry-on very easily. You can see it on the side as well.
Yeah, that's nice. So you don't have to check it.
Never.
You told me before. Yeah, you told me that before. You've never had to check it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, listen, thank you so much. You've outdone yourself once again. Thank you so very much for offering that $125 coupon code. 24 hours, I know, so hopefully people have to get in there quick, but it's nice to have you back again. And, just for you and the family, I wish you guys have a great holiday season. I know we're a little further away, but we're getting there. We're almost to that end. Once we're December, it's holiday season pretty much. So, I hope you guys have a safe one and a fun one.
Tell Sandra Lee, Eric, and Eric Jr., and of course yourself, thanks for all your support. We look forward to a great year next year. Look forward to the great holiday season where we get to do a lot of playing, a lot of fun, and just look forward to helping other people bridge the gaps so they can play their guitars when they want to and not be restricted by what they can carry where they have to carry it. So
very well said, and thank you for the kind words. I appreciate that, and I will relay the message for sure. This is great. It's a lot of fun as always.
Well, sounds great, Eric. Thanks so much, and again, have a good holiday season as it comes up, and we'll be around. Take care.
That sounds great. Thank you everybody for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And as always say this, I know it sounds like I'm a broken record, but I promise to work just as hard to keep you as a subscriber as I did to get you. So until next time, thank you so much. Cheers.
All right. Bye-bye.
Hey, you're still here? Eric Jr. here, reminding you to check out our full lineup of quality merch. Available right now in the Broadstash Boutique. Quality products and fast shipping. Visit broadstash.com today.
I am now on Patreon. If you enjoy my content and wish to support my channel and what I do, then please check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/EVH Gear TV. Your support assures the continued growth of this channel and a fun community in which to share our love for Van Halen, music gear, and much more.
My name is Eric and I'm playing Wolverine guitar.
Video production services provided by Design 39 Media. Visit design39media.com for all your website, photography, and video production needs. Microphones for EVH and Gear TV are provided by Rode Microphones, and official Van Halen merchandise is provided by VanHalenStore.com.